Hello everyone, welcome to the new session of oil seeds. In this session, we are going to study about different types of oil seeds, right? So there will be an introduction on oil seed. The first seed that we are going to study about in this session, that is the castor, that is the Ricinus communis, belongs to the Euphorbiaceae family. Sunflower, that is Helianthus anus, belongs to the Asteraceae family, and rape and mustard, that belongs to the Brassica species, different species of Brassica, right? So this we are going to cover up in this particular session. So the oilseed sector has been one of the most dynamic components of the world agriculture in the past 3 decades and growing at 4.1 per annum, surpassing the growth of the agriculture and livestock products. So this is one of the big agriculture sector, right? And it has been surpassed to the livestock. Whatever the production is there from the livestock, this oil seed sector has surpasses the production that we get from the livestock. So this is a big achievement, and the performance of oil seeds on the domestic front during the last 2 decades has been commendable, braving the various vagaries of the weather condition, the global price aberration, and the ever increasing the domestic demand. So whatever the domestic demand, whatever the industrial, the food sector has been demanding, this oil seed has been cover up by this particular sector, right? And there has been a commendable braving the vagaries of the weather conditions, the global price aberrations, and ever increasing the domestic demand. So overall, all these different conditions, they are fulfilling our demands. Indian vegetable oil economy is the world's 4th largest after the USA, China and Brazil. So India stand at the 4th position in production of Indian vegetable oil, right? So this economy is one of the big economy of the world. Oilseed cultivation is undertaken across the country in about 260 lakh per hectare, mainly on the marginal lands, dependent on the monsoon rain and with low levels of input usage. So we provide less input to these oil seeds, right? And they are not grown full-fledged, they are grown on the marginal lands, right? And that also dependent on the monsoon rain. But then also we are standing at the 4th position in the production. Actually it is the vegetable oil economy in the world. Okay, so let us talk about some of the oil producing plants. So that first one is the castor, that is the Ricinus communis. It belongs to the Euphorbiaceae and its diploid chromosome number is 20. Habit varies, mostly herbs, but shrubs and trees are also common, right? So basically they are herbs, but they can be seen in the shrub condition also, and sometimes they are so big that they are like trees. Leaves are simple or compound, stipulate, leaves are stipulate, and latex commonly present. Latex is also present in the leaves. Inflorescence in its ultimate arrangement is cymose type. Flowers are quite small, regular, unisexual, perianth, usually calcine, and rarely petaloid. So this is the description of the plant, right? Sometimes all together wanting the male flower stamens many as double as many as perianth leaves. Okay, so stamens are as double as many as perianth leaves, or numerous of flower, or sometimes only one. Sometimes they are having only one. The male flower sometimes rudiment of the ovary. So sometimes the flower behave like a male flower only, as they are having the rudiment ovary. The female flower ovary generally three-celled. Okay, the female flower ovary is generally three-celled. Ovule one or two in each chamber, and ovules are either one or two in each chamber. Styles and stigma as many as the cells. So number of the cells they are having, according to that the styles and stigma are there. Distinguishing character of this particular plant: presence of bloom, ashy coating on the leaves and stem of the plant. So you can distinguish this particular plant as you can see some ashy coating on the leaves as well as the stem of the plant. Monoecious condition: unisexual flower, means both the sexes, both the that is the male and female flower that is present in one flower only, and male at the bottom and female at the top. So this is the uniqueness of this particular flower that is in the monoecious condition. Androecium: polyadelphous condition, and filaments are quite branched. So they are having branched filament and polyadelphous condition. This is the unique feature of the androecium of this plant. The hilum almost concealed under the caruncle. So this is the unique feature of the seeds. Presence of thin leaf like cotyledon. So they are having a very thin leaf like cotyledons. Toxic alkaloids like ricin. So this is one of the toxic alkaloid, ricin, that blood coagulant. So ricin and allergen are also present. So this is one of the toxic alkaloid that is found in this plant. Fruit, very important. The fruit of this particular plant is called as regma. It develops from the tricarpellary syncarpus superior trilocular ovary and splits into many parts called cocci. So tricarpellary, the ovary is tricarpellary, means three carpels unitedly forms this tricarpellary. Syncarpus superior trilocular ovary and split into the many parts called cocci. Fruit, regma. Fruit, distinct size groups of the fruit, namely very small fruits are found in ornamental types and in some of the wild perennial types. So very small fruits, okay, small fruits are quite small and it is ornamental type, and in some of the wild, that is perennial types, they are quite small in size. Medium types are preferred for the cultivation since they are fairly high oil content. So we prefer the medium types of fruit, right? Because they are having high oil content and varying from 45 to 57%. Big seeds have generally low oil content of less than 40%. Very small seeds are preferred for the medicinal purpose. So some of the seeds of this particular plant are very small, so that can be used for the medicinal purpose. On the fruit, the epicarp may be either smooth or watery or spiny. So sometimes the epicarp is either they can be very smooth, warty, some wart-like structures are there, or sometimes it is spiny. So you can see spiny like structures like this, right? So this is the epicarp. Attractively, the color type of the horticultural value with the colored inflorescence and the fruits have been evolved. So the color types of the horticulture value, so they are having different colors, so it is having high value in the field of horticulture. Okay, so the colored inflorescence and fruit have been evolved. The seeds color ranges from white to gray, deep chocolate, purple and red. So we are having different colors of seeds. So sometimes they are gray, deep chocolate, purple, or sometimes they are red, but sometimes they are white even. So here you can see the seed of that having chocolate brown type. So mottling is much varying and the seeds has no dormancy. So they are not dormant seeds. Next is the sunflower. Plants are usually herbs. Leaves exstipulate. So they are having exstipulate type of leaves. No stipules are there. Flowers aggregated into heads. So this is the unique inflorescence of the flower that is having head. Okay. Like this, they are having two types of floret. That is the like this disc, and they are having ray floret. Okay, but they are having a head. This is a head, and involucre of the bracts surround the head or capitulum. The calyx reduced to bristles or modified into pappus. Here the calyx are reduced to bristles, some bristles like structure, or sometime it is modified into pappus. Corolla, they are having 5 corolla, valvate in all disc floret, right? But in the marginal ray floret, which may sterile or lack stamen and act as an attraction for the insect. So this is the ray floret. They are sterile. Their work is just to attract the insects. They attract insects, right? And the inner hermaphrodite bisexual flower. So here you can see the bisexual flower, right? Stigma is there, anther is there, right? And you can see this ovule structure there. Ovary and ovule is also there. So this is the hermaphrodite flower, and this is present in this disc floret. This is called as disc floret. Stamens epipetalous with syngenaceous anther forming a ring through which the style passes. So here there is a style, right? And surrounding this, like this, they are having this stamens, right? So they are surrounding, and this style passes from this syngenaceous anther. So this is the unique feature of this particular plant or flower. Stigma are 2, ovary inferior, one chambered with one anatropous ovule. Very important point. So it is having anatropous ovule, and the fruit is called achene. So this is achene. Fruit in the case of Ricinus communis, that is ragma. Here it is achene. So this you must remember. A small, hard, dry, one-seeded fruit. So one seeded fruit is there, and they are quite hard and dry. The wall of the single seed is free from the hard pericarp or the wall of the fruit. Now, another one is the safflower, that is the Carthamus tinctorius. They also belong to the family Asteraceae. Safflower is an important oilseed crop in India. It is slowly becoming of increasing importance as an oil crop for the drier parts of the tropics and subtropics. So nowadays they are very important for the tropic and subtropic region, right? That is the drier part, and they are increasing the importance as an oil in those regions. In India, it is cultivated for both oil and the reddish dye called safflower dye, that is cathmin. This is the dye we get obtained from the flower, right? Apart from the oil, right? So we are getting two things. One, oil, and also this dye that is called cathmin, that from floret. At the time of full bloom, the flower collected and the corolla alone removed and dry. So when the flower is full blooms, okay, the corolla alone are removed and they are dried. So safflower, they are having different varieties. First one is Valamukhi. It is a medium tall hybrid crop. So this is one of the variety, okay, of this Carthamus tinctorius. Its average plant height is about 170 centimeter. That is ready to harvest in just 120 days, right? And it gives average yield of 7.3 quintal liter per acre. So oil content is around 42%. GKSFH 2002. It is a medium tall hybrid crop and ready to harvest in just 115 days. And its average yield is around 7.5 quintal liter per acre. Oil content is around 42.5. So it is slightly better than Wala Mukhi. SH3322. It is a variety having the plant height 160 centimeter, ready to harvest in 120 days. Its average yield is around 8.3 quintal liter per acre. So oil content is around 43%. Next is PSFH 118. It is a short duration hybrid having the average plant height is around 155 centimeter and the ready to harvest in just 98 days. It give average yield that is around 6.6 quintal liter per acre and it contains 40.5% oil content. So this is about some of the varieties of the Carthamus tinctorius, that is safflower. Yellow dye is obtained by washing and dissolving it is water. So a dye that is yellow in color that is obtained from this flower. There are two coloring matter. Yellow pigment soluble in water, right? They are having yellow pigment that gets soluble in water and red color soluble in alkalis. The seed fruit is achene. This we have already discussed that they are having achene type of seeds. Safflower also contain chemicals that might help prevent blood clots, widen blood vessels, lower blood pressure and stimulate the heart. So it is very, very important for the heart, right? So people use safflower oil for high cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, diabetes and many other conditions, but there is no good scientific evidence to support most of these uses. So people use this, but there is no scientific support of it. Next one is the rape and mustard, that is the Brassica species, right? So that can be around 16 diploid number, 18, 20, 22 and even 36. So annual, biennial or perennial herbs. Some of these species are annual, some of the biennial and some are perennial. A watery sap present in the plants and that emit a sulfurous odor. It means that they are having sulfur in it. So the stem covered by the unicellular stellate hairs and the stem are covered by a small hair like structure that are unicellular. Flowers are arranged in a typical raceme. So here the inflorescence is raceme type and usually ebracteate. Flowers are ebracteate. No bracts are present. Sepals in two alternating dimerous whorl. Petals are 4. Clawed, diagonally placed stamens, tetradynamous carpels, and they are having tetradynamous carpel, that is 2 in number. Ovary are 2-chambered. The development of false septum can also be seen and the ovules numerous on the 2 parietal placenta. So they are having false septum. This is important for examination point of view and the ovules are numerous on the 2 parietal placentation. So here you can see the fruit, right? And when it is showing also the false septum. The fruit is siliqua, important. It develops from the bicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium with the parietal placentation and a false septum. So false septum and parietal type of placentation. This is an important point. And also the fruit type is siliqua. It is a long, narrow, multi-seeded fruit which dehisces from the below upwards by both the sutures. So it opened from below like this. It opened from below, right? So here it get attached, but it opened from downward. It opened from downward and the seeds are released like this. So it is long, narrow, multi-seeded fruit which dehisces from below upwards by both the sutures. Siliqua, it is a broad, flat and shortened form of siliqua. So this is also a type of fruit. This is a modification of, though this siliqua get modified to form silicula. It is a broad, flat and shortened form of siliqua. The group rape and the mustard include the oil yielding species of brassica. So there are different species of brassica, right? The commercial Indian rapeseed and the mustards are often mixture of rapeseed, mustard and colza in varying proportion. The seed go by the different name in the different parts of the country. Generally both colza, that is called as sarson, and rape, that is toria, are called together rape seed. Rye is mustard. So the cultivated brassica can be broadly divided into two distinct types. That is, first one, vegetable type. The first is cabbage. So this brassica species are also used as a vegetable. So some of the brassica species that are used as vegetable are cabbage, Brassica oleracea, cauliflower, that is Brassica oleracea verbotritis, that is the variety, and turnip, Brassica oleracea var variety rapa. So these are some of the vegetable types. Now cultivated brassica can be broadly divided into two distinct types. The second type is oil seed type. So the rapeseed, that is Brassica campestris, and the mustard, that is Brassica nigra, are some of the type of brassica that are used for oil production, right? Brassica campestris. So Indian rapeseed is a self-sterile in nature. Important oilseed crop of India. They are three cultivated types. So we are having three different species. Brassica campestris, that is brown sarson, Brassica campestris, another variety, that is yellow sarson, and Brassica campestris, another variety, that is called toria. So we are having three different varieties of Brassica campestris. Brassica napus, that is 2N38. This is European rapeseed and the self-fertile grown in Europe. Brassica nigra and 2N, that is diploid, 2N is 16. Black or true mustard. So this is true mustard, Brassica nigra. Banarsi rye contain 28% of the fixed oil used as a medicine, and oil is pungent due to the presence of glucoside sinigrin, mostly used as a condiment. So this is very, very important. They are having a pungent smell due to the presence of this glucoside sinigrin. Brassica ala, white mustard or ujli sarson. They are Hindi, it is called as ujli sarson. Young seedlings used as salad. So sometimes the young seedlings of it are also used in salad. Seeds yellowish in color and contain 30% oil. Brassica juncea, diploid, 2N36, and mostly pungent among the cultivated oil seeds. It contains glucoside sinigrin, and the oil producing species of brassica are all cross fertilized. Indian mustard, they are also called as Indian mustard, that is brown sarson, popularly known as rye, containing 35% oil. Leaves are used as herbal medicine. So its leaves are also beneficial and it is used as a herbal medicine. Key characteristics. Leaves are of two types. Stem leaves are bigger and length shaped and serrated, and the flower leaf are quite small and with smooth margin. Androecium is tetradynamous fruitis siliqua. The oil content of the seed varies from 30 to 45% depending upon the variety we are using to extract the oil. The fibers are obtained from the sclerenchymatous cells found in the plant body, and these fiber cells occur in either groups or bundles. So their tissue, they are having sclerenchymatous cells also, right? So that is the fiber content of the plant. So they are sometimes present in the bundles, or some fiber cells are present as single cells also. Chemically, the fiber cell consists chiefly of cellulose with lignin or semicellulose or any other substances. The commercial term fiber includes generally all thin and slender substances which can be spun or made use of as a fine stuffing material. So it is having some fiber that can be spun and used as a stuffing material. Its fiber can be used as a stuffing material. Fiber cells are non-living structures when mature and serve as purely mechanical function. So they are non-living. These fibers are non-living, and they are basically, when get mature, they are purely used as a mechanical function. So they impart strength and rigidity to the plant body. So this is all about this session. Okay, thank you very much.